Sheffielding and welcome to a brand new series. This week we've travelled across country all the way to Essex to possibly one of the scariest places we have ever investigated. Welcome to Most Haunted and welcome to Coalhouse Fort. Built on the site of previous fortifications to protect the capital from invasion, its commanding situation on the banks of the Thames meant that any shipping heading for the Port of London passed its imposing 20-foot thick exterior walls, bristling with cannon. Building work was overseen by Charles George Gordon of the Royal Engineers. The fort covers a vast area under which run an incredible network of tunnels, the biggest of which were used for the movement and storage of ammunition. The fort was used during both World Wars, so it's no surprise that ghosts of soldiers have been seen. What drew the attention of the Most Haunted crew were the many reports that Coalhouse Fort is rich in paranormal activity. Not surprising, there are many sightings of ghostly soldiers, as well as orbs, light anomalies, strange mists and sudden drops in temperature. With such a vast area to cover, both above and below ground, we took the decision to split the investigation over 2 nights. So what would our historian Leslie Smith make of such an unusual location?
This is one of the best examples of a fortified site of its type of the 1860s under Palmerston's law. But actually the site goes back very much further than that. It needed to be fortified so close to the Thames. Not least of all because 70% of all shipping had to go past here and it would have needed protecting. Tonight we're going to explore some of its past by going deep into the bowels of the fort. There is an absolute labyrinth of tight, dark corridors. It's a dizzying experience being down there.
Behind me are over 400 metres of tunnels, and every inch of them are haunted by possibly the most violent ghosts we will ever have encountered. When inside this claustrophobic warren of paranormal activity, it becomes all too clear that the first thing to tackle is your own fear. With every step, the walls seem to close in, and when the lights are out, you literally cannot see your hands in front of your face. But if those things aren't too much, you just might bump headlong into one of the many phantoms that have been witnessed by many people. A huge dark figure has been seen endlessly wandering these tunnels. Many people have heard agonizing groans and screams echoing in the night. But one nasty entity that is said to roam here likes to grab people and throw them to the floor. There are 28 rooms off this corridor, and nearly all have a ghost story attached to them. Poltergeists, phantom children, nausea and dizziness have all been experienced in these areas. But the most frightening apparition that floats around is that of a cowering spirit that lurks in corners, groaning and shaking with fright. But it is these tunnels that could prove to be the most frightening of all during our investigation, as they have never been fully investigated by a paranormal group before, although they are said to be extremely haunted. With a place so vast and so full of paranormal activity, will myself and the rest of the Most Haunted crew succeed? Only time will tell. Alongside the Most Haunted regulars, this series will see some new faces joining us from time to time to give a different insight to our investigations. We asked paranormal investigator Ryan O'Neill, veteran of many investigations by Scottish Paranormal, based in Fife, to take part in our investigation within Coalhouse Fort. I asked Ryan why locations with a military connection always seem to be rich in paranormal activity. Ryan, whenever we've investigated any buildings or locations to do with World War II on Most Haunted, we seem to get the most incredible phenomena, sometimes quite violent, and that seems to be the case here in the tunnels, doesn't it?
Yeah, when we do our investigations as well, in areas, you know, it's associated with World War II and things. The emotion and the distress that's maybe it's itself into the environment and things like that. Maybe that's something to do with it. We find that you do get a lot of things, you maybe get things moving, noises, temperature drops, things like that.
I mean, we're dealing down in those tunnels. I mean, seriously, we've been into some very dark places before, and I know you have, but you cannot see your hand in front of your face. It's when you've got your eyes open, you actually think that you've got your eyes closed. It's that dark. Is there anything that the team should be wary of this evening?
Well, obviously the health and safety aspect of it as well. It's really dark down there. You can't see, you actually lose your bearings if you turn around quickly. You won't know if you're facing the wall, if you're facing along the tunnel. I'd be careful of that. Also, it kills your senses a little, so I think a lot of people will experience things that may not be there, which is only going to heighten things even more.
And what part of the investigation are you looking forward to most? What bit do you think, oh, I can't wait to do X, Y or Z? Which bit?
I'm looking forward to going along the tunnels. I've went along there in the daylight, but it was pitch black, so I can imagine what it's going to be like tonight.
Okay, particularly Kath, I think, you might have to look after her a little bit. She's already jumping out of her skin.
It's certainly a scary area. It's one of the scariest areas I've been into.
Fantastic. Can't wait.
The team were eager to begin our scrutiny of Coalhouse Fort, and we opted to go underground into the tunnels for a lit walk-around with guest medium Johnny Ferrari. What would the night ahead hold for us?
I went back.
Okay, thank you very much. I think there's a lot of things haunting this location. All I have is this man has one eye. Now wait a minute.
I
heard that.
Did you die here in this place?
The Most Haunted team are exploring Coalhouse Fort in Essex, a vast defensive site under which run a huge maze of tunnels. We begin our investigation with a lit walk-around in order to give us an idea of the enormity of what lies ahead. As well as the team regulars, we are joined by guest paranormal investigator Ryan O'Neill, our historian Leslie Smith, and guest medium Johnny Ferrari, who aided our investigation of Hever Castle. What would Johnny make of the tunnels?
Okay, Johnny, Ryan, the tunnels. And Ryan, you've already had a look round this place, but Johnny, this is new for you. And I cannot tell you, when the lights go off, it is absolutely pitch black. And I'm not psychic, but I know that there's stuff down here. There really, really is.
I think there's a lot of things haunting this location. I think that not only are there people haunting this location, but it could also be animals.
Animals?
It's a lot of energy down here. It's not just one thing. It's not just one thing that's down here.
Okay. Any negative feeling?
Not yet. It just feels like a crypt, but it doesn't feel like things have been laid to rest as of yet. You know what I mean?
So maybe by us being here, we can probably help the situation?
We'll do something to the situation. I don't know what.
Well, that's good.
But we hope to help. But
Yeah.
this is a really, the further that we're going in, I'm not feeling claustrophobic, but it's very close. My heart is starting to beat a little bit faster.
Do you actually see in your mind's eye what this was used for before? Can you see people? Can you see what they were dressed
The
in?
first thing that I got when I drove up to this place was, it was older than what we see. It's a story behind a story. You know, like the facade outside, I thought there should be a portcullis out there. I thought that there should be something that's far more ancient than what we see. I think that where we are now has gone through, it's gone through many changes. It didn't always look this way. This is what I'm picking up. There's a story behind the story. It looked a lot different than what it is right now, than what we're seeing. And we're really going to have to use our mind's eye to investigate this. But there's two things I'm getting. I'm getting a crypt. I'm getting spirits that aren't at rest. whether they be men, women, children, horses, animals, very strongly.
Did anyone else hear
Now wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I heard
that.
It sounded like a hum.
It did.
It sounded like a moan.
Yeah. Why don't we call out? Why don't we call out, yeah?
If there's any presence here, would you make that sound again?
Roger, did you get it? Please, if that's you, we don't mean you any harm. Please, can you give us another sound, whether it be tapping, knocking?
It's behind
We've
us.
got tapping. We've got
Yes.
tapping. Okay.
Yes.
Can you hear us? Right by you, Roger.
Yes, I got that.
Okay. Did you die here in this place? No.
Were you brought to this place? Did you live in this place? They didn't die here. They didn't live here.
That's what you say, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. They were brought here.
They were brought here.
Okay. Were you prisoners? Let's go into this room here, because inside is the gorgeous, the lovely Leslie Smith. Hello, you.
Hi.
Hello, lovely.
So, anything?
Yes, I'm very interested in what Johnny's been talking about here, because what you've been saying has been absolutely fascinating, because you've hit upon something that most people wouldn't realise, which is this is a much, much older site than one immediately might think. In fact, we've got earthworks here as early as 1402. So when you said ancient, you know, in that sense. And we've also got, as part of the chain of defence of Henry VIII, he built a large number of dotted fortresses down here. And animals would have been brought here in large numbers, who would have died here building these things, you see, you know, dragging stone and this sort of thing. And building workers as well may have been injured and that sort of thing. But it wasn't held as a prison in that sense. So everything you said so far has been absolutely bang on.
It's like
So
they
well
were
done.
left to die here. Wherever they laid, they stayed.
Yes, people, I'm afraid life was cheap.
Yes.
And labour was cheap. And so were the animals as well, often treated, actually sometimes horses were treated considerably better than human beings,
Yes.
because they had more real value. So when you said layer upon layer of time, that's what you're picking up. Did you hear that?
Yeah. There's a father down here looking for something.
I don't suppose it's his trial, Benetrance.
There is a man down here looking for children.
Right.
He was a father who lost a child, but there is a man down here specifically looking for children, to retrieve children. But it's not ancient, it's...
more modern.
Yes, it's more modern,
More
like
modern than
WW1 or WW2. The children were coming down here for protection, and he was coming down here to retrieve them, trying to find them.
Do you have a name with this man?
All I have is this man has one eye. That's the man that's following us. He's got one eye. He's a very, the word that comes to mind is haggard. And he's taken this upon himself to retrieve these children. That's
How
what I'm
old?
getting.
How old would you say he was?
I'd say he was about 60, but he's had a really, really hard life.
Okay. And you're not sure whether it's World War I or World War II?
I'm not sure. I have to be honest with you. I'm not sure.
But have you got a link
It's the
with
Great
him?
War.
Okay, so the First World War.
It's the Great War.
Do you know what I want you to do when we keep going on? I want you to try and get a name with
Okie
him.
dokie.
I want a name.
Okie
And if you
dokie.
can get a surname, that's even better.
Okay.
Yeah? Ryan, any strange fluctuations?
Nothing just yet. I'm keeping a good eye out, just see if we get anything while we're doing the walk.
Okay.
Okay, nothing, all right.
But nothing strange yet.
All right, and when we heard the sort of stone or the pebble being thrown
Yeah.
earlier on and the strange groan noise,
Yeah.
anything come up?
I went back.
Okay, thank you very much. I told you, don't hit me, hit Yvette.
It's funny as soon as you say
Did you
stone.
see that? That's amazing.
There are pebbles on the floor, little pebbles that you can see, aren't there? How weird.
Yeah,
Let's walk on. Let's walk on, yeah?
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you want me to go first?
Well, you're the medium. You can get out there. Come on, girl. So there's a gentleman with one eye following us.
Yes. He lost his eye.
So, Johnny, anything else that you can see or you can sense Any other characters that might be with us? Because as we heard the knocking noises, there were 10. What? You want to go down here?
Yeah, I really do. I want to go down this way.
Okay. What makes you want to go down here?
What makes me want to go down here is that, number one, it's really, really cold. And I know that it's cold outside, but this is a different type of cold. This is a different type of chill. Do you hear that?
Yeah, I did. That was a...
If there's a spirit presence here, could you do something? Can you show us that you're here? Can you throw something at Yvette?
Why is it me? Why are you saying throw something at me?
Because I don't want to get hit.
So nice.
Thank you very much.
That was
You've
good.
acknowledged that. Thank you very much. Where was it? Well done. Well done.
That did come right really close.
Is it my man with the one eye?
Throw again.
Is it the gentleman with the one eye? Can we go a little bit further back, guys?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening back here.
God, it's cold. Yeah, it is freezing.
It's freezing back here.
Yeah, but look, even the damp on the side of the walls is actually crystallized. It's that cold. You see, it's all icicles. You all right, Johnny?
Yeah, we're picking up two completely different energies now. The first thing that comes to my mind is that these are scallywags. These are people who profit off of other people's misfortune. We don't have the one-eyed man following us anymore. These are profiteers off of people's suffering.
What do they look like?
They have really bad teeth. They're in rags, but their footwear is something they would have stolen. Everything else on their person looks like it's like third and fourth generation. You know, when you come from a big family and
Everything's been
handed down.
Yeah.
Right, right. But not the shoes. The shoes are stolen. It's as if they're here for jewelry and teeth.
When does this date back to? What time period are you talking about here?
This is going to sound really, really crazy, but I'm going to give it to you the way I'm receiving it. It's as if they're living off the spoils of pirates. It's what other brigands would have left behind, and they're feeding off the spoils of others.
Give me a time period, a date, century.
Elizabethan.
Okay.
Scallywags. Living off the finds of other. It's like what other people couldn't take away, they got the spoils of that.
And when you see them, how old are they presenting? Young, when you say scallywags, you always think about teenagers, don't you?
These are like 20, I'd say 21 to 24 years of age. Very, very hard lives, never knew their parents. They're related, they're cousins.
Okay.
And they fell into this line of work. It is their profession. As far as they're concerned, it's their profession.
Names?
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel is one of them.
Nathaniel.
Okay. Well, Nathaniel, if you can hear me, then please come and join us, because we're going to go into this second tunnel now. Now, this second tunnel, there's never been a full paranormal investigation into here, and it's a lot more claustrophobic. You ready, guys? Ready? Okay. I'll go first. Okay, look, the lights are going on and off. Quick.
The lights are going on and off.
They're learning how to communicate.
Staying on now.
Yeah, staying on. Please make the lights flash on and off. Now, please. Do you wish to talk to us? Do you wish to communicate with us more? Flash the lights if you do.
I need to confirm something. I know we've asked it before. Do you mean us harm? Flash the lights if you mean us harm. Okay, there's footsteps behind us. Okay, all right. Okay. Were you buried under rubble here? Is that how you died? Flash the lights if that's true. Okay, we'll keep going. Okay. Thank you. So let us know if it's still flashing. I'm not sure about those lights. I know they're flashing, but what do you think, Ryan? It could be an electrical
Obviously we've
fault.
got to look for electrical fault, you know, a break in the cables anywhere. If they've been having any problems with the electrics down here.
Yeah.
So these are some of the things that we need to look at first.
Okay. Leslie, how are you feeling? How are you feeling coming down the tunnel on your own?
It was quite mind-blowing in there actually, because the lights were flashing when you were speaking. And
Okay, thank you.
That came from there.
That came that. How
from
could that
there.
come from there?
that's a solid wall.
It came from the wall. It came from the wall. I saw it come out the bloody wall.
Well, I've had my hands over these walls and there's lots, looks like sodium, but there's not anything loose that I can see.
If you look on the thermometer, you actually see the heat.
What? Oh yeah.
There's it there.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see the heat on it.
Yeah.
Oh, love it.
Is there anything else loose on the wall? Any other maybe the same size of stones or? I can't see anything.
No. How do you feel about? You all right?
No, I really don't like it back here.
Why?
I feel that people were lured back here.
Is this
I
the
feel that
chapel?
I feel that people were lured back here and taken advantage of. This is a whole different thing happening back here now. I think closer to the front is where the plunder was. I think that's where they laid their booty.
Anyone down there, Leslie?
There was just a sound behind me then, but there's nobody down there.
But
it's quite clear.
this would have been the room of skullduggery. I think if you came in this room, you didn't come out alive. It's just death. It's just quiet as the grave. That is what I'm getting from this room.
Is this
It's
what you
quiet
picked
as
up
the grave.
earlier?
Yes.
So this is, you were talking about a crypt area, this is it.
Yeah. I really don't like it back here, guys.
Would it be a good idea to do a seance in this room?
Definitely.
Should we go and get ready and do a seance, everybody? And Leslie, you can sit there and I love it because you can ask us to ask specific
Yes,
questions.
definitely.
That'd be great.
Definitely.
You happy?
Definitely.
Let's
yes.
do that. Let's get a
I didn't
night
say I was
vision.
happy, but yeah, let's do it in this room.
Pitch black, the whole tunnels. Let the evening commence. Come on, guys.
Alrighty.
Our initial walk around had presented some intriguing manifestations to guest medium Johnny Fiori, a spirit with one eye who sought out lost children, and a gang of scavengers led by someone named Nathaniel. The physical evidence we had witnessed with apparent communication via the light on the tunnel wall and the frightening stone projectiles only served to whet our appetites for the coming night vision investigation. Would a seance in the area of the tunnel that Johnny felt had a crypt-like significance shed light on what was becoming one of the darkest explorations we had ever undertaken? Only the coming hours would reveal the secrets held in the depths of Coalhouse Fort. Pleased with the progress of our investigation in the tunnels under Coalhouse Fort, we prepared to make tangible contact with the spirits of a one-eyed man and a group of scavengers that guest medium Johnny Fiori sensed were dogging our every step. Extinguishing the lights, we switched to night vision with a cold foreboding as the thick darkness of the tomb-like tunnels settled around us. Joined by Carl, Kath and Stuart, Leslie, Johnny and myself, we began the seance. If there's anybody here
Please can you give us a sign? If there's anybody here, any astral beings, any spirit people, please listen to my voice. Walk towards the table. Walk towards the table, let us know that you're here.
Nathaniel, are you here? Okay.
Please come towards the centre of this table. All of you. Oh, did you feel that?
It just stopped, yeah.
Please, I call upon 10 spirits. You said there were 10 of you. Well, please come forward, all of you. We invite you into the centre of this table. Move this table.
Throw something at Yvette.
Why do you keep saying throw something at Yvette?
You like it.
Please make a noise.
We feel you hovering around. Please come back.
Oh,
Okay,
God.
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We feel you hovering. Who at the table do you want to communicate with?
What?
Was that you? What was that?
It was like a moan.
Come towards the centre of the table. Thank you for the stone being thrown. That's someone's foot.
What's on for?
No, no, I just heard him. There, tapping, twice. Please, we invite you into the centre of this table. If you want to talk to us, then talk to us. Make a noise.
If you are King Hans boys, are you here to fight the Frenchies? Come on, show us. Are you for Harry and for England?
Whoa!
Great question, Leslie. Great.
Well done, you!
That's brilliant.
My goodness.
Okay, so.
So we know that this is, if it is what is just indicated to us, from the time of Henry for Harry and for England.
Henry VIII.
Yes, this is one of the fortified sites, 15 of them dotted along this area, and we know that earthworks were here. They were felt very strongly about Henry. Do we have the boys fighting Napoleon here? Are you here too? Come close.
Oh!
Okay, keep going, don't analyse it, just keep going. Keep going, Leslie, keep going.
Don't fire the cannon at us. Just let us know that you are here and understand. I'm ripping the top of the table off here, nearly. Sorry. What are you laughing at?
I was just having a cake, I'm so sorry.
Come on, let's keep going because we get to this side.
I'm going to ask you to protect us, please. Great artillery guns flew off from here. Did you lose your hearing?
Keep going, Leslie, keep
This is because, well, as soon as the great guns were blown the first time, their eardrums popped, and they would lose their eardrums then. And he's giving us cannon fire. Artillery was extensively carried out here at this site, and he's giving us the vibration of it as well, I suspect.
Wow, I feel that.
Thank you for your good service to this nation, and be calm. And we thank you for this.
Amazing. That was amazing.
Keep going, keep going, keep going.
I ask you to stand and protect us against the tramps who were in here, the people, the vagrants, who were in the other place, who may be gathering around as well. And I ask you to stand shoulder to shoulder. I can hear you.
Behind us on the table.
No, it's the
It's the vagrants, yeah. Trying to come close.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, because when you bring in the good spirits, they all follow in. They follow the lead. Okay. Woo!
That's lifting off the floor. It is.
That's like, you're right, it's like gunfire, isn't it? It is.
I've got to say, I've never had the sounds like this at all. And there's no one there. There is no one over there, and there are stones coming from the wall.
Yes,
That's where the stones come from earlier.
Yes.
They're hitting you in the back.
Did you know Mary Tudor? Did you go on the great ship with her to Louis?
The drum is the drum. That's the, yes.
Are you drumming for the Queen?
Drum for the Queen.
Are you drumming for the Queen of England?
This is the answer. Let's do the drum roll. Do the drum roll. Battle cries, yeah.
This is amazing.
Keep going. Drum for England. Drum for England.
I can't tell. It seems to be right on top of the tail, but there's nothing there.
I've never heard anything.
The temperature is dropping, ladies and
Yes,
gentlemen.
to my left.
We've brought something else in here.
Something unpleasant.
Yes, something unpleasant is coming in.
There was a scream.
Yes, something unpleasant.
When you said that, I heard a scream, like a light
Okay.
scream.
Really?
You cannot come into this circle. You cannot come into this circle.
Who wants to come in?
You have to go.
Who wants
You
to
have to go.
Who is it, Johnny? Tell me who is it?
It's the brigands.
The Brigands.
It's the brigands.
Is that right, Leslie?
It's the brigands.
It's certainly the right name. Okay. Right, these are people who are about the business.
Yes.
Stealing.
Well, you're not pirates, the profiteers.
Yeah, you're not coming in, you're not allowed. Go away. They'll be proprietors, they'll be licensed, these are the pirates.
Okay, you got to go. You got to go.
Go away. Go away.
Maybe they've gone.
The magistrate will come for you if you don't go away and you know what he'll do to you. Do you want the magistrate, boys? Somebody's just sorry. What's the matter? What's the matter? Somebody's just rocking my chair.
Just bang down the bloody head.
Somebody what did? Doing that with my chair. You okay? Yeah. So banged on the head.
I must be bloody wolf in the midst of it.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, put it again. Put it again. Sorry.
Rocking if it hurts.
It's rocking my chair. No, it isn't.
Sorry, not your weight.
No, it isn't. You know when you know?
Yes. You know you don't, don't you?
I say, chaps, do you think this is a good idea continuing, or do you think we have to make a bloody run for it?
I think we should continue.
Yeah.
Nasty gonna happen.
What's going on, Johnny? Why did...
They're just trying to frighten us, but they can't frighten us because we're plenty in number. No, they can't. They can't, Carl.
Let's get the shit out of me.
These are just little parlor tricks.
I have to say that they're scaring the living shit out of me.
And me.
Hey, I made you.
Because if Kat's been hit, you've had your chair moved, there's shit happening in the middle of this. I feel like, I almost feel like I'm surrounded by these things.
Well, we are.
There is a part of me that wants to stand up and run as fast as I can through. I'm not going to because that's not what we're for.
Table's moving again. What?
Oh shit.
Table was moving.
Yeah, but our good boys are sailors that look after
No, they're not. Yes, they're not a problem, are they?
No, but they look after us, won't they?
They are. And I have to tell you, there is an energy down here that's very, very protective of us.
That much.
Yes, very protective of us. But when we bring in the good, the bad comes in also. We just have to stand firm.
Okay.
Just the way the sailors said, we have to stand firm. You gotta hold your ground, guys.
What's sweetie?
It's doing it, I'm sorry. It's
Okay.
touching my chair
Well,
and it's
change the chair.
moving it.
Which just which chairs?
Well, not going to make any difference, is it?
No,
So
sure.
it's-
Is it touching your bottom?
No,
or is it touching the
it's
chair?
actually moving the chair. It's moving the chair and it's worrying me.
I'm going to just call some sea captains to see if they can come and help us.
Yes.
So let's have Effingham, let's have
It's moving.
Effingham, the leader of the fleet, coming.
Stop it, my chair, stop it, stop it.
Come and stand with us, Effingham. Come on, Howard. Come on, sir. Come on, Fresh. What the hell was that?
Did it move at all then?
No.
There was like a dark ball in there.
Maybe we've done it.
Do you think maybe, yeah, do you think we've perhaps done
We should move on, eh, Les?
Yeah, go on, get a bit of cooking done or something, or...
This is really...
You know, on your chair there, it looked like there was a ball sort of doing that.
It's okay, sweetie.
But it was black.
But it's not nice, is it, for you babes?
It's not nice, but it...
Go on, sit down. Let's just sit on the seat.
Yvette, I'm not going to continue. The more frightened you become, the stronger it will become.
Cool, let's get this nice.
You cannot stay here, and you know that. And you know that you're frightening her. You've got to move away from this table. I bind you away from this table.
I don't...
Right.
What did you...
No, that was strong. It was really
Enough,
like
enough.
something
Okay.
was right. Something was
Let's do the
wrong.
last bit, let's do last bit, and then we go, yeah?
Okay.
Because I think we're getting somewhere. We really are. We've never been this close before. We've never been this close.
Yeah.
Did you see now you know I'm not making it up?
No,
You know,
yeah.
Of course you're not making it up.
No,
I know.
I heard that.
But what that was growing into something.
Oh, I'm freezing cold now.
I know you're scared. My point is that it's kind of, it seems, it's been this small, bigger. There's that point of where's it going to end? What's it going to come and show us?
Yes.
But it seems to attach itself, you know, from the table to you, and it seems to be a negative thing. It's like we're not allowing it in the circle, so it's actually around the circle.
Exactly.
It's not allowed in here. It seems to be trying to get through to you. Why you?
Our seance had seemingly drawn an evil entity from the shadows, and it appeared to be using me in some way, as I felt its physical presence becoming increasingly more powerful. Would it manifest in a more violent fashion and prevent us from continuing our vigil in the terrifying darkness of the claustrophobic tunnels of Coalhouse Fort? After the terrifying séance in the confined tunnels of Coalhouse Fort, during which a dark entity had made its presence frighteningly clear, the team came to the conclusion that this malevolent materialization appeared to have been drawn towards the female members. With this in mind, the girls and myself resolved to further probe the cloying darkness of the labyrinth maze beneath the fort on our own. Would the evil presence take this opportunity to terrify us?
Right, we have Johnny, we have Leslie, we have me, and we have Kath, and we're going to go in there. We're going to go in the tunnels.
All right, you first.
Everybody all right?
Well, we heard there was a horrible growl down here earlier.
Where?
Yeah.
Down the corridor earlier, and everybody was running like hell.
There's a pebble on the floor. Is there anybody here? Are there any spirit people here that want to talk to us?
Did you hear that?
Yes.
That's footsteps.
Oh, what the hell is that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, I did that. I heard
That
it.
was like a moaning.
Shall we
walk towards it? Yeah, let's.
Oh, yes, let's, Kath. Let's go home, actually.
Calm down. Shh.
You girls.
We're not having this, right? We're not
Calm.
doing this.
Calm
We're
down.
not doing screaming.
That was a groan. That was the loudest. That was a groan. That was a groan.
Look, I'm a historian, I'm not doing this, right?
Let's just listen to me. If we're all screaming, and we all run, it's dark, we're going to fall over, we're going to hurt ourselves. Let's just...
What is that noise? It's horrible, it's like a bomb or something.
I'm going to now stop it. I'm going to get calm now.
Calm, just be calm. Let's just do this for birds, no problem.
We should be doing behind
You just
us.
touched me on the back.
Nope, I didn't touch you at
We're
all.
back into back here.
I can feel it coming near us.
Good.
Oh.
Can you make a noise?
I feel like there's people just down there.
Exactly. Oh, did you hear that?
No. What?
Somebody answered us.
Someone answered us. What
Yes.
do you mean? What did they say?
Hey.
Hey! Copy me!
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, it's cool.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Whoa, what was
What
that?
was that?
That was a stone. Everybody calm. Deep breaths. Deep breaths.
Okay. I've got to stop fidgeting.
Can you see there's loads of little lights coming in?
Yeah, because we've all
yes, of course, yes, of
We've all been throwing ourselves around.
Do you hear
Oh,
that?
Fantastic. Hello.
I love it.
Hello. Give us another noise.
oh, some nice.
God, it's getting cold. Bitter.
Oh, goodness me. Look at your bed.
Oh yeah, I can see.
What can you see?
Loads of.
What's your back?
Are you nervous about that?
No, I'm not. Oh, did you hear that?
Yes, we've got to
Did
go.
you hear that? Something just touched my head. And did you hear that?
Yes, we did, and we've got to go. There.
Oh, there it is.
Let's not just turn that off a sec. I just had
I didn't know I turned it. I didn't turn it on.
What?
I didn't turn these on.
They both come on. Shut up.
I promise you, I didn't turn them on.
They've just gone off.
You
now.
told me. That one's gone off.
But this one's on.
Oh, that smell. Can you smell the smell?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like sulphur.
That's not a good sign.
Why? What does that
It
mean?
just means it's not a nice not a nice energy.
Well, how the hell did I? Maybe I turned those torches on by just because I.
We're out.
With Kath's terrifying screams ringing in our ears, the night's vigil came to an abrupt close. Most haunted parapsychologist Dr. Kieran O'Keefe was unable to join our investigation of Coalhouse Fort due to the birth of his son, but I was eager for him to view the tapes and give his verdict on our night's encounters.
Having reviewed the footage of the Coalhouse Fort, I'm actually very jealous that I wasn't part of the investigative team. At one point, everybody's involved in a séance. And normally in a séance, the sort of phenomena that you get is tapping. During this particular séance, the alleged spirit banged with such vigour that everybody jumped almost out of their seats.
Come on, show us. Are you for Harry and for England? Whoa! Wow, great question, Leslie. Great. Well done, you. That's brilliant.
From a sceptical point of view, however, we do not have a full shot of above the table and below the table at the exact point at which the bang occurred. For this reason, we cannot rule any accidental cause of the banging.
Whoa!
Join Most Haunted next time as the investigation of Coalhouse Fort continues above ground and reveals further astonishing revelations of the spirits that cling in torment to its earthly confines. And guess who decides to take a secret trip back down the terrifying tunnels alone? Until then, sleep tight.
I'm just getting deeper in now.
Someone's behind us. Shh. No, there is. I know.